Hello, vinyl community, enthusiasts, lovers of all things vinyl. Welcome back to my channel here, guys, and welcome back to another installment of Vinyl That You Should Collect. And in this videos, we are talking about vinyl that I have in my modest collection of almost a full crate of albums, and just talking about what I think about these albums, and that basically you should pick this up. If you haven't, you need to pick it up. And also, if you have the album, you should give it another spin because it is well worth it. So, the album that we're going to be talking about today is something that I just picked up recently, and that is The Monkees' Good Times. And guys, I just have to tell you right now, I just got this recently, so I'm still super jazzed about this album here, because it is an album that I believe is one of the Monkees' best work. And also, something that's really interesting about this is that it's one of the first albums that, as far as I know, that people have actually helped write the songs for the Monkees again, because as many of us know, the Monkees were a band that was put together for a television show which was called The Monkees, and back in the 60s, and it had about, I believe it was, what, a 2-year run. But these guys basically didn't write a lot of their first hit songs, and eventually they were just like, you know, we want to be like a real group, and so they went out on tour with the management conceding to that. At first they didn't want to let them do that, but they did, and so they went out, and of course they sang their hit songs, but then they eventually, as years went on, they started making more songs that they were writing specifically, and they had mild success, but maybe not as big of a success as as their original hit songs, which, you know, there's a lot of videos on YouTube talking about the history of the Monkees, so you can check those out. But realistically, though, I am a big Monkees fan. I like a lot of their older stuff, a lot of the hits that they've had in the past, and I know there was an album that came out actually, oh gosh, it was in the early 2000s, but it was called Just Us, and that was the Monkees' return after so many years. And actually, that is one of still my favorite albums today that they wrote all the songs on. But with this album, they went back to the original formula, and they actually had a lot of people write a lot of these songs for them from current bands that are from today, and which is really awesome. And a lot of these bands did a great job, and they handpicked these songs, ones that they wanted to record. But as we all know, all the Monkees were not present for this record, though, because Davy Jones did pass away, and so what they did was really cool in this album was they actually brought Davy Jones back, in a sense, because there was a song that is under the title of Love to Love, which is on side 2 of this record, and they did a fantastic job. It really was a good memorial song of featuring Davy Jones' talents. But I just wanted to remember I did not show this record off to you guys yet. This is one I've never shown to you guys, but this album sounds incredible. It's an incredible album. Has so many great songs. A few of my favorites on this album is Me and Magdalena. There's the song called, I think it's on the other side here, just on the tip of my tongue. What is it called again? Good Times. And then You Bring Me Summer, and She Makes Me Laugh, and just all the songs are really good, but those are some of the ones that I really enjoy the most. And if you are a Monkees fan, you need to pick this album up, because you will not be disappointed. It has the flair of the Monkees, back with a lot of the hits they had at the time, like Take the Last Train to Clarksville and Mary Mary and songs like that. It really brings back the feel of the style that the Monkees had back then. But there are songs actually on the record that they wrote as well, which are actually equally as fantastic, and does show off the talent of these gentlemen now. And I'll tell you what, though, Mickey, who was known as the drummer and the singer of the band, was one of the singers of the band, sounds just like he did back then. I mean, there's some artists where one of their vocalists just they can't hit the notes quite as high anymore and things like that. Mickey sounds great. He sounds fantastic on this album, and again, this is something you need to grab. Like I said, I'm just coming off of this, listening to this recently, so if I sound super jazzed about it, that is why. Because it's just probably going to be one of my favorite albums of the whole year. And actually, it's been one of my favorite albums that I've had on digital for a long time. And so that is my pick for this Friday's edition of vinyls that you should collect. And definitely pick this one up. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into my video. You guys are awesome. Vinyl community, you are the best community that is out there on YouTube. And I can't wait to make more of these videos for you guys. So until next time, keep spinning that wax, because this is a lifestyle, everyone. We'll see you next time. Thanks.